what Punk is saying about the locker room and how the locker room feels. I don't give a fuck. I don't. Do you know what I care about? I care about the conversations that Tony Khan and CM had together. That's all I care about. Because as far as I am concerned, unless I see it and hear it or read it, I'm gonna think that Punk is on his way back. Because I genuinely don't think that Tony Khan has the fucking balls to let Punk out of his contract with a non-compete or no non-compete attached to it. I don't care. That's what I care about. What is Tony Khan and CM Punk talking about? Where are those discussions? How far along in those discussions are we? That's all that matters. Because right now, the way we see it, quickly, no. We're suspecting. I'm getting this vibe that Tony Khan is going to let him go out in the open again. Tony Khan is not stupid. He's not. And what CM Punk did, is it enough for Tony Khan to cut the chain and say goodbye? Yes. Yes. But at the end of all of this, there needs to be an apology and business. Tony Khan knows if everybody wants to play ball, it was what the television show will be. You know, we need something for this company to just take them to the next level. They have that within them, but they don't. But what we thought was Ryan, Cole, and Punk all arriving within 3 weeks of each other. We're like, AEW, you got here? There's no fucking way. We had high hopes for AEW when we saw that at the end of all that, we're like, this is unbelievable. There's no way they can fuck this up. Punk back, everything was just, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful fucking all out in the grand slam and everything else. Tony Khan knows that we've gotten some great shows, we've gotten some great matches, gotten some great pay-per-views. The story's a little lacking, I'm not gonna lie to you. AEW has not recaptured that long-term booking, it hasn't recaptured that essence. When Punk was there, when Cole was there, they haven't done anything close to that. Tony Khan knows that Punk is back. This will be their culminating moment. This will be that moment that takes them into the next 5 years. This is the moment that's going to seal the deal. They're going to get whatever they next eliminated. I wish that there were human beings in this company that realize the fucking potential that sits in front of them and realize what will happen with one simple apology. One simple human being sitting amongst other human beings, humanizing himself away from the ego, away from the fucking heartbreak that he suffered once before, away from the whispers and talking shit about him. I wish that they would sit together and come together as a family and realize that this is bigger than their fucking egos. That this is bigger than whatever problems that have happened in the past. What they need to do is come together as a family. If AEW was so important, if AEW was so important for Matt, Nick, Kenny, John Moxley just re-upped for 5 years. Jericho, who re-upped for 5 years recently. If AEW was so important, you're dead! What is said from this point on? The only thing I care about is what Tony Khan is going to do next, because we haven't seen or heard anything in any manner. We haven't seen any direction come from Tony Khan. He's going to fire Punk, suspend Punk, dock Punk, any cut him loose. Give them a no-non-compete. Send them off to Triple H and good luck with your future endeavors. We haven't heard or seen anything regarding that at all.
Stand up.
Punk may have asked for that just
Stand up.
unless Vince it's their ultimate opportunity. If he does come back, and Tony Khan wants you back,
Stand off and shit.
enemies with Chris Jericho's enemies in the elite, your enemies with and the fucking love. Who is CM Punk going to work for? If Punk does come back, is it going to be a situation that becomes crucial? He's already basically broken himself away from the top of the club chain and all the most important people in the company can't fucking stand him. Is it going to be an environment in which he wants to work? That's also what I thought. I don't know, man. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. But I've said all I can on this. I don't give a shit what happened or who says what. Jericho, Punk, this and that. The only thing that matters right now, the only thing that you should be concerned with is what Tony Khan said. Somebody knows what the answer to that. Moving on. Major update on Pat McAfee, the WWE. Everybody's wondering what WWE is going to do with Pat McAfee. We didn't see him at the Royal Rumble. Didn't see him at the Royal Rumble. Did announcing at the Royal Rumble alongside Corey Graves and Michael Cole. Pat McAfee explaining that, him thinking on the way, the success of his podcast and his business, and still plans to be in the WWE Hall of Fame one day. And a potential with ESPN is also likely in his future, and that is also a cause for concern as well for his WWE run. ESPN are currently in the process of laying off staff with a New York Post report saying that there will be no scared cows, or no sacred cows, no sacred cows is the term that they use, suggesting that any job could be at risk regardless of the role. The cuts, per the New York Post, are set to be finalized within the next 4 to 6 weeks. The department head is being asked to look for efficiency savings. The New York Post reported that McAfee is exploring moving to a network that could have him step away from FanDuel in the midst of a 4-year, $120 million contract inside of ESPN as a possibility, despite the current round of job cuts. McAfee had cast doubt over his WWE future in the event of the company being sold, suggesting it would depend on who ultimately. Let's go, Noble. WWE CEO Nick Khan suggesting that the sales would take place in around 3 months in a recent interview with CBS. McAfee is one of the subjects in a lawsuit also from NFL Hall of Famer Brett Favre over comments made relating to the quarterback's alleged role in a $77 million belt-bearing fraud. I don't know anything about that, but let me know on that. But WWE, is in a situation here where they're okay with it. I mean, WWE is, and everybody else is going to be shelled out, what's missing for a very long time. The cheerfulness of him and Michael Cole really resonated on air, on screen. He jumped off the screen.
Since it's not the end of it.
Himself, man, he does. Especially with a baby on the way, which I did not know. His podcast is taking off big time. He's got a lot of shit going on there. Wants to be picked up by ESPN to kind of offset, I guess, maybe stepping away from the fan pool. 4-year, $120 million contract. Wants up to a whole 6 years. Big wings. studio, you know, he's a little bit more flexible under his own rule than he was if he's got to work for WWE. He stepped away from college football. He was away for the entire season. They got Wade Barrett on SmackDown, which is kind of coming to his own with Michael Cole. I think they do a great job. They're much better than what we hear on Monday Night Raw. They're probably the best commentary team in the company right now. And it's not something that, you know, we are desperately needing as Pat McAfee on TV. Let him take care of his shit. The war will always be over. Maybe it'll be a WrestleMania. We don't know. I can't see McAfee missing WrestleMania. Rick Johnson there, he'll be there. Ronda Rousey. She pulls out the WWE Women's Creative in the women's division. She says, octogenarians in WWE don't put enough time into women's storylines. She cited her storyline with Liv Morgan as being one of the things that she was very upset about. Rousey appears to be unhappy, and we all know that. We all know rough things off the road, but she was unhappy with her feud with Morgan. So was I. It was terrible. And she talked about it in an Instagram under a clip from her last on the road video from her YouTube channel. Rousey tweeted this, and I quote, "Imagine what our Liv Morgan feud would have looked like if we weren't hamstrung by a bunch of octogenarians who still think they know how to be hip, while putting less than 20 minutes of thought a week into a women's storyline." And she leaves it with the emoji, and then she uses the hashtag new on the road run. And the post sounds like he's calling out now Triple H, just so that I'm giving you guys the proper information. She's not calling out Triple H, okay? This is another one of those things that is going to be swept under the rug because you don't want to hear the fucking truth. Triple H is not being blamed here. I don't think Triple H is an octogenarian. In fact, let me see. I don't even know what the fucking definition of an octogenarian. Let me see. A person who is from 80 to 89 years. Yeah, it's definitely not Triple H. The definition of octogenarian is a person who is from 80 to 89 years old. He's definitely not talking about Triple H. So for everybody already, whatever the fuck they say, man, Vince McMahon lives rent free in my head. I'm sorry, now we're hearing it. Ronda Rousey. Sorry, Triple H is not a fucking octogenarian by definition. So who is she talking about? This happened back in October. You mean to tell me that this doesn't jump off the fucking page? Yes, Extreme Rules happened back in October, and yes, Extreme Rules was a very good pay-per-view. But why is she throwing that term around? Who the fuck are we supposed to think? Vince McMahon is 77 years old. Bruce Pritchard is 60 years old. Michael P.S. Hayes is 63 years old. And Kevin Dunn is over 60. Triple H loves the women's wrestling. Triple H loves women's wrestling. Triple H created the women's evolution. It was all started in NXT. This man would fucking jump through rings of fire to get women positioned better on the main roster. We saw Triple H 15-minute matches on Monday Night Raw. But now we barely get fucking Nikki Cross and Piper Niven going 1 minute. We barely get Mia Yim and Candice LeRae going 3 minutes. Everything you see on Monday Night Raw ends within 1 minute to 3 minutes when it comes to the women's division. I mean, we got Asuka dancing around on Monday Night Raw, and that's the basis of her fucking Bianca Belair going into WrestleMania. We got Charlotte Flair talking about God knows what in her feud with Rhea Ripley. Talking about 14 times, and people think this and me, and blah, 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 blah. I mean, what the fuck? This is a mess that WWE has for their women's division. I mean, what was the basis of the Liv Morgan feud? Liv Morgan wanted to be hardcore. She first of all, beat Ronda Rousey. Then she goes into SummerSlam and taps out to Ronda Rousey, but she still wins. On the that was the basis of that feud. Liv goes hardcore. Liv can't tap out. And she's laughing, and she's smiling, and she loves pain, right? I mean, who books that shit? You mean to tell me that Triple H, the octogenarian, book this half-assed fucking garbage and continues to book half-assed, meaningless, worthless, pathetic stories for the women on Monday and Friday night? Who's Ronda talking about? She ain't talking about Triple H, she's talking about Vince McMahon. I don't blame her. Vince hates wrestling, women's wrestling. Vince hates wrestling in general. Vince hates women's wrestling. So does Bruce Pritchard. Actively hates women's wrestling. He was the one that told Mickey James women's wrestling doesn't draw a dime. I don't need to have sources to tell you that. Just go look at the trash bag incident and the fucking shows that she did in the aftermath of her trash bag incident. There was somebody there that said women's wrestling doesn't draw a dime. And John Laurinaitis was the same way. John Laurinaitis and Bruce Pritchard share the same brain. The old men's club, they all mingled around together. They all thought the same fucking thing. They had fucking one brain between all four. Now, I don't like Ronda Rousey. I think Ronda Rousey is absolutely fucking terrible. I think Ronda Rousey's soul and spirit is not in WWE. She's long gone. She doesn't give a fuck what happens there. But I can't tell you that Ronda is now right here. Ronda is absolutely correct in this. And she has every fucking right to call this shit out. Why she's calling it out now, I don't know. Ronda is hurt, so she's not really factoring into any storylines right now anyway. But Ronda wants better for the women's division, and that is always something that I will stand for and respect. It needs to be better. It needs to be better. Whatever the fuck they're doing now is off. And something needs to change. Especially with what we got going into WrestleMania. I don't know who's excited for this shit, but my God, man. You guys deserve better. We all deserve better. And what we're getting in WrestleMania is not what I want to see out of stories in WWE. Randy Orton is believed to be on his way back to the WWE. Good. Good. During the latest Wrestling Observer Radio, Garrett Gonzalez asked Dave Meltzer about Randy Orton's status, and based on what Meltzer has heard, it looks like Orton will be back on TV soon. All indications are that he's on his way back, says Meltzer. There's also good news because at the end of the year, there were definitely people worried about him. So, he wanted to come back at WrestleMania, though I believe I read a report that Triple H wanted to maybe save him for the Raw after Mania. Randy Orton wanted to not miss WrestleMania this year. So he wanted to be at WrestleMania, and they're going to factor him in some way, shape, or form, which is great because I personally, and I'm sure you guys feel the same way, miss Randy Orton. As for Matt Riddle, his tag team partner for now, RK Bro, Meltzer said not sure about Riddle. Riddle, you know what the situation with Riddle is. He can come back at any time. I have not heard his name mentioned at all. There have been hints that things are looking good for Orton's return after back fusion surgery last year. Orton is being brought in for WrestleMania weekend. And wrestling bootmaker Jose G. Salas stated last month that Orton obviously contacted him about making boots for his return. On the February 11th post on social media, Signs wrote, I haven't made them yet, but Randy Orton contacted me via email for his return. Now, it's not out of the realm of possibility that Orton could do something at WrestleMania, but at this point, it seems more likely that when he returns, it would happen sometime after the pay-per-view. I know that's what Triple H wanted. Maybe we get some sort of mingling with him and Matt Riddle at the pay-per-view. Maybe he starts a feud with somebody at the pay-per-view. I don't know. But Randy Orton, man, it is easy to slot Randy Orton in with something on something meaningful. Have him turn on Riddle. Let's get Randy Orton back to being a heel. And I would have him, obviously do what he needs to do with Riddle, finish that up. And then Cody and Randy Orton sell itself. Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes sells itself. And my God, does Monday Night Raw need a top-tier program for Monday Night? That could be it. They got so much material to work. It doesn't need a championship. It doesn't. I don't know if Matt Riddle and Randy Orton are going to be a thing after that. They may continue that. For all we know, we don't know. But if they don't, Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes right out of the gate. It doesn't even, if Cody doesn't win the championship, I'd still love to see it. Because of the fucking rich history that they have. I mean, that would be fucking fantastic. For a title, obviously, it would be better. I can see that being a full championship match as well. Randy Orton, heel chase, and Cody Rhodes as the full champion. I think that would be great. But only time will tell, man. I'm just happy that Orton's not retiring. I'm glad Orton's going to be back on television because Monday Night Raw severely needs some top-tier talent at the top of that card. Brock Lesnar. Nobody knows what is going on with Brock Lesnar in WWE outside of the usual suspects. What does this mean? Now, there were reports that Brock Lesnar was telling everybody goodbye and that this would be his last WrestleMania. I don't know if that's true or not, but on the Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer said that whatever's going on with Brock Lesnar is being kept top secret, and presumably the only people who know his status after Mania would be people at the very top, Ben, Nick Khan, and Triple H. Obviously, this comes from a PW Insider report recently that reported that Lesnar said goodbye to people backstage to the Elimination Chamber, and that he was finishing up with the run. That was quickly dumbed down and debunked, which I'm not surprised by. Quickly, no protest about the latest nugget of news on Brock Lesnar's status. Meltzer said the only nugget on Brock is that his stuff is a total secret. Nobody knows what's going on with him. Legitimately,
Yeah, missed him.
and if Brock Lesnar ends up finishing up with the
Yeah, wait for
WWE,
me.
and Brock Lesnar is going away for however long, are you going to miss Brock? We've seen so much with Brock Lesnar, and everything that WWE has done with Brock Lesnar has been there, done that. I don't get that sense of Brock Lesnar on TV. The last time I really got excited about Brock Lesnar is when he gave us that great match with Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. That was tremendous. That was quintessential grade A Brock. Even before what was he doing? He comes back and does the same thing. His matches don't really mean much of anything. It's 3 or 4 minutes. It barely works. It's like, how much can fans put up with that? I know I'm over it. You guys gotta be over it. There's nothing left for him to do. How many times can he win the World Championship? How many times can he wrestle Roman? How many times can he go in there and sing Suplex F5, Suplex F5? I mean, I'm over it. He didn't want to work with Bray. He offered to work with Omar, as Vince told him to. The only guy I would really care for him to work with that I would want to see is Gunther, and that is it. I mean, there's nothing else for him to do. So what are you really doing? The more he comes back, the more it's not because he's fucking shipping Get down! Roman Reigns is taking a break from WWE this year. This was another bullshit story that people we're all talking about this week. WrestleVotes is telling every story that Roman Reigns is set for a significant break after WrestleMania. Now, obviously, this got people talking. Oh, Cody Rhodes is winning the world title. That doesn't mean shit. That doesn't mean shit. Roman Reigns took a significant break after WrestleMania last year. What did he do? What did he do? He missed Money in the Bank. He didn't do much of anything on TV in the SummerSlam. The build was Brock. What was it, 3 weeks? They announced the match at Money in the Bank. How many times were they on TV together to build that match? What type of story was there for them to build? Nothing. How many pay-per-views did he wrestle after WrestleMania? Did he wrestle at Backlash? Let me see. I don't think he wrestled at WWE Backlash 2022. Let me see. Did Roman wrestle at Backlash last year? I don't think so. No, the main event. The main event. I guess he did wrestle. I'm sorry. He wrestled in a 6-minute tag team match. He wrestled with Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso against Drew McIntyre and RK Bro. He wrestled there. He didn't defend the title. So he wrestled there. He missed Money in the Bank, and he didn't really do anything until SummerSlam. So he took a significant break regardless. So Backlash happened after WrestleMania. He did that match. Did what he needed to do. He missed Money in the Bank, and then he wrestled again at SummerSlam. WWE gave Roman Reigns a significant break after WrestleMania last year, and the same thing is going to happen this year. He'll probably wrestle in Puerto Rico at Backlash this year, and he'll do the same thing he did in 2022. So taking a break this year doesn't mean, oh, Roman Reigns is going to drop the title. Oh, Roman Reigns is going to drop the title to Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes is going to be the new guy. On Monday night, we're going to have a champion back on Monday night. I don't think that's the case. Roman Reigns is already working a fucking part-time schedule. How many times has Roman Reigns been on TV in this WrestleMania? It's almost like he appears and then takes 3 weeks off. That's a significant break for me. Roman Reigns is going to get a break no matter. He's already signed a contract for less dates, which gives him significant breaks whenever he wants. As long as WWE has use for him at major shows, Backlash, Crown Jewel, or whatever the case may be in Saudi, May he'll be used because there's 2 major international shows in May. I know Puerto Rico's not an international show, but I'm going to call it as such because it's something that WWE has done in 19 years. Saudi, Puerto Rico, and then for the rest of that time, I don't know what they do for Money in the Bank. They're not going to need him for Money in the Bank. They didn't need him last year. Going to SummerSlam, goodbye. Roman Reigns can take all the time off he needs. And that's exactly what's going to happen. And this is not like the bloodline of last year. We got Jey Uso operating on a different level. We got Jimmy Uso operating on a different level. We got Paul Heyman there. I mean, if Paul Heyman is there, you know you're going to get some great story out of it. Solo's now added to the act. He wasn't in the bloodline last year up until Clash of the Castle. The bloodline is bigger, better, stronger than ever. And if they are without Roman, I mean, it's a little bit more easy for them on TV because they have now all elevated their game as well. Is it a big deal? Do you want your championship on Monday night? So do I. WWE is going to offset that by calling up people from NXT and continue building the United States title. We don't know who's getting called up from NXT. We're getting Cameron Grimes. We can get a couple of ladies. Braun Breaker's going to get called up. Shay White may be on Monday Night Raw for all we know as a free agent signing into WWE with the rumors around that he's out there free. Who knows? AJ Styles is on his way back. Randy Orton's on his way. What the fuck do we need Roman Reigns for? Who gives a shit? Now, the problem is, yes, there's no world champion on Monday night. But this is not any normal world championship title reign. This is not something to fucking sneeze at. It's 1,000 fucking days. May, Puerto Rico will be right around the time that Roman Reigns reaches 1,000 days. Of course it's going to happen. I can't see WWE taking the belt off of Roman Reigns right before his 1,000 days. Yeah, just put it on Cody. You're 50 fucking days away. You can't last 50 fucking days. You know, the WWE loves their big round numbers on, that's 1 with 3 zeros. Well, you know they love their fucking numbers.
Yeah, money, I mean,
Cody shouldn't win anyway. Oh, JD, how could you say Cody can't win? Roman is boring. Roman Roman's had his time. I don't give a fuck. What has Cody done on TV to show you that he's struggled? Nothing. Oh, but he wrestled with a torn pec. I don't give a fuck about his torn pec. It happened back in May last year. I don't care. But what about Stardust? I don't care. This is Cody now. What has Cody done from January to now? Nothing! Stop living in the fucking past! That's not enough for me to sit here and say, Cody Rhodes, I bestow you the WWE title. No. Not with the historic reign Roman Reigns is on. And, by the way, let's show Roman Reigns some respect.
Thank you.
This is the man that we all universally hated, changed his game completely, and now is the biggest fucking draw in the business, the greatest final boss possibly ever in WWE, and has not shown any signs of weakness or any signs of, oh, Roman needs to lose that title. Just like the CM Punk thing, when I said CM Punk is best for AEW television, it applies to this as well. Roman has not done anything to be in a situation where people are looking at him and he needs to lose. No. Guarantee you, I guarantee you, when Cody wins that title, if Cody wins that title at WrestleMania, I guarantee you, the way WWE books babyface champions, that shit flounders in 2 months. Guaranteed. They failed with McIntyre, they failed with whoever it was before McIntyre, and they're gonna fail with Cody. It's in their DNA. It happens in AEW. They can't put baby faces. WWE can't put babyface champions. That's why they have the titles on Roman, because Roman is fucking bulletproof. You can't fuck up with Roman. Triple H is not serving on the biggest WrestleMania decisions. My imaginary watch says that we're 5 days out. He doesn't have any concrete plans for WrestleMania. I call bullshit. And this is coming from WrestleVotes, the infamous tool. Obviously, with Roman and Cody being the biggest match at WrestleMania, WrestleVotes reporting that Triple H has completely decided who's going to win. WrestleVotes says on Twitter, and I quote, I'm told this is contingent on if or when Roman eventually loses the titles. As of now, those plans are now not certain. As well as Roman Reigns is reportedly, like I mentioned before, set to take a significant break from WWE after WrestleMania. However, the new notes here from WrestleVotes says that Reigns will only take a long break if he loses the undisputed Universal title, which, as noted, has not been fully decided yet. Michaels, the biggest contender of this focus within WWE, says that across the board, WrestleMania winners and losers. Yes. Despite the event happening in 5 days.
Don't kill me.
Report notes that it's still within the company to reveal the results this far out ahead of the shows. Now, when this was reported, it was 100 days. And I don't really know what to think on this. The only thing that really runs through my mind is 2 things. Number one, why would anybody know the winners and losers? Why would fight them? Why would wrestle them? Like, you don't want the results for your biggest show of the year to be out there floating around on social media. If WWE has things planned like they should, and Triple H should, if Vince McMahon's not fucking whispering in his ear about what to do, then those plans will probably be revealed the day of the show to whomever needs to know. Just instead spoilers or anything of such getting out to the dirt sheets, which is completely understandable. Do I believe WWE has no winners or losers planned as of this time? I don't believe that story. It's more than likely being kept secret, so we avoid spoilers, okay? Number 2, do they have an idea of who's going to win Cody versus Roman? Maybe. I don't know. But maybe not. Is this something Triple H is going to have a sole decision in? Is this something that's going to have a collaborative effort from Vince McMahon and Triple H? I don't know. Most of the bloodline, believe it or not, I don't want to give them any fucking credit or it's just desserts here, but to be fair, most of well, who's going to win, who's going to lose at WrestleMania, it's obviously going to be a factor of what Vince McMahon feels as well, because most of this bloodline shit when Vince McMahon was still in charge. So you know he's going to have some sort of say. That's number one. Number two, Triple H enhanced the Sami Zayn portion of his storyline. And even then, Triple H said that he discusses creatives with Vince McMahon. But Triple H did take Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and that storyline apart and kind of enhance it through the bloodline as well. So I genuinely believe that this was a collaborative effort on a lot of people's parts. Okay. Vince will be involved in the decision. If Vince is involved in the decision, how many times before this have we said, Roman's days were if Vince is involved, Roman has the greatest chance of retaining the title than if it was only in Triple H's. Now, we've heard reports that Triple H doesn't want the Universal Championship. He wants to cancel the Universal Championship and only have one title, right? He wants to get rid of it. And there was a report here that Triple H has a 1-year roadmap for creative after WrestleMania. Let me get to that. Triple H has a 1-year roadmap for creative after WrestleMania, and this is coming from a Wrestling Observer article that he has plans in place for WWE heading into 2024. They have a year of post-Mania plans, says Dave Meltzer. This is not something where we're going to do WrestleMania and then the creative team is going to wake up and be like, where the fuck are we doing now? What are we going to do now? End quote. If we are to believe that they don't know who's going to win Roman versus Goldberg, we'll probably have a year-long roadmap for creative after WrestleMania if we don't know who the fuck is going to be the champion after WrestleMania. So that predicted itself. These reports kind of intertwined and contradicted themselves from Meltzer and Russell. But then I just go back to what I said. They may have a winner now, and they're not going to know about what's going on there because they don't want potential spoilers. I think they should okay. But who the fuck knows what's going on? Roadmap? Probably. I mean, but I really can't realistically think that he's got a year-long roadmap because we don't really know. We don't really know what's going to increase happening, anything can happen in a year. So it's great to think about where you want to go. It's great to have an end result, but the end result might not be the same. And you're thinking about it now when you get to WrestleMania in Philadelphia, WrestleMania 4. So, I mean, a lot of these bullshit reports, that's exactly all they are. They're bullshit. They get people talking, and they get people speculating, and they get people to visit the website to drive traffic to WrestleBeats and Wrestling Observer. But it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. So I think WWE when it's supposed to set moonlight, will they probably change that? Better check. Many of those winners approaches are going to change. WrestleMania Saturday and Sunday. What is their current plan now, and how much of that is going to change on Saturday? That's the bigger fucking question. So we'll see what happens. Triple H is also planning many surprises for the Raw after WrestleMania. Give Me Sport via WrestleVotes again provided an update on Triple H's plans for the show, noting that the routine of multiple surprises is not what is planned for the go. Wrestling says, like, what I would bet money that the majority of surprises are going to be within the storylines on the show as opposed to the reviews. As long as it's my God. First of all, Raw after Mania felt like the Raw after Mania in many, many years. Vince kind of gave up on that. Here's why Vince completely the essence of Raw after Mania was it was a smart crowd. I mean, he Triple H been actually playing into that. That's why I can't wait for Raw after Mania. They don't want to go down that road. I don't think that will happen. WrestleVotes, they completely rule out debuts, specifically naming Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona as a return that we could see. They added, I think you might get one debut. I think you might get Zack Ryder. I think you may get an NXT call-up. But I don't think 5, 6, or 7 people are showing up because that's just not the reality. If you bring in 10 people to a roster that can't even use everybody right now, you have to look at what you are doing. End quote. And they are right. WWE's got a loaded roster right now. Would they use more names on Monday? Sure. they could certainly use more names on Monday, and they could certainly use more names on Friday. I mean, if you want to split 5 and 5 to give the shows a different feel, fine. Mix it with some NXT calls. Mix it with some free agency. Fine. I think that's great. Monday Night Raw needs something. We got the rumored returns of AJ Styles. We got the rumored return of Randy Orton coming back to Monday Night Raw. Who knows if Cody's going to be a champion on Monday? Is he going to beat Roman? Is he going to retain the titles, Roman, and take them back to SmackDown? We don't know. We don't know. Where are Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens going to go when they win the tag team championships? I don't know. But you got Randy Orton, AJ Styles. Those guys are going to add a lot to Monday Night Raw. Cameron Grimes is already slated for a main roster call-up. He changed his entire look and physique. Braun Breaker's dropping the title to Carmelo Hayes. He's getting called up after Monday Night Raw as well. We may see Casey and Katie Carter over on Monday or Friday night as well. Somebody else potentially. Roxanne Perez could get called up. I don't know. Shay White's out there. His name is heavy in the free agent market. Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona. He's out there. He's giving clues and hints that he wants to come back. And basically said he's been working his way back to the WWE. So who the fuck knows? I mean, the more that they add, yes, it's going to push people off the television that are currently there right now. But WWE needs something new and something fresh. Is it a problem? Potentially. But is it a bad problem to have? I think they've done a very good job of ruling out talent in and out that's circulating on TV. So we can see somebody in the next couple weeks to see those
Kyoshi Springs.
It's a nice
Perhaps someone at the inn can direct me to Sensei Ishikawa.
So, I think it's a good problem to have, but
All my goods are useful.
everybody expects on the Raw after They expect these returns and surprises and call-ups. There's got to be at least some of that. I'm not expecting fucking 5, 6, 7 people, but I'm expecting at least some of that. Give me one major free agent name. Give me Braun Breaker. Give me something. Something. And I'm sure we're going to get that something on Monday. But the most important thing to me, like Russell says, is story. What's
more,
the
it's
next
yours.
big storyline that's going to end at WrestleMania, or if it's going to continue from WrestleMania, and how it's going to progress into the season after WrestleMania. That's the most interesting thing for me after WrestleMania. Moving on. Bray Wyatt, his WWE status remains unclear. Who gives a shit? Wyatt has disappeared from WWE television, so has Bobby
Whatever
Lashley.
helps you
The company
is
no
good
longer
for us
pushing
all.
Wyatt versus Lashley at WrestleMania, as it was previously reported that Wyatt has had a physical issue. The latest report noted that Wyatt is dealing with an illness. I told you guys that it's more than likely COVID-related, and it stems from a heart issue. On last week's SmackDown, WWE did have an Easter egg as there was a Bray Wyatt logo seen backstage during an LA Knight segment. I missed it, but I saw it on social media. Monday's Raw had no mention of Lashley or Wyatt while speaking with Bray,
Goodbye.
or speaking with Dave Meltzer, not Bray. On the Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer noted that nobody knows what is going on with Wyatt right now, as there was a mention of Wyatt or Lashley on Raw. Meltzer is still not confirmed whether the match is off the WrestleMania card, but it's not looking like he says in that quote. Yeah, nobody knows what's going on there. Not a mention of Bray all night. Not a mention of Bobby Lashley all night. Yeah, I mean, it looks like to me, I don't want to say it looks like he's off the show, but it looks like he's off the show because they are not mentioning his name at all. They did a little flash with Bray Wyatt on Friday's show, so he's obviously still with the company. There was another video where they showed him briefly. It's not like he's been scrubbed
Samurai.
completely. He was supposed to be on the show Friday night, whatever it is. It's a health issue, and the health issue has
I'm looking for Sensei Ishikawa.
I thought he said it's Komoda.
Didn't. Where is his dojo?
To the forest. I can show you the way, my lord.
And Uncle Howdy be the backup plan for Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania in case Wyatt can't go, and Lashley meets Howdy and WWE with Lashley versus Wyatt later on. It sounds like an awful idea, and it sounds like it's completely beneath Bobby Lashley. I mean, Uncle Howdy is I mean, Bobby Lashley squashes Uncle Howdy. What does that say about Bray Wyatt?
Did the sensei not fight with Komoda?
No.
He came to town for surprise the day before the invasion.
Hardly
spoke a word, but
he's
he's always been a private man.
For Bray Wyatt. That sounds awful. Who the fuck wants that? I don't give a shit if Bray Wyatt's gone. Who gives a fuck?
My lord,
Everything
the
regarding
stories
Bray
of Sensei
Wyatt
Ishikawa are
suck.
true.
What stories?
They say he sank a pirate ship with a single arrow.
Not the ship, but he shot a pirate captain from the shore. Routed the whole fleet.
I'd hate to cross an archer like that.
Do you deserve death?
Fucking
I
gold.
hope not, my lord.
Then you're safe from
Pitch
Ishikawa.
black match happened. It was awful. Absolutely awful. And there is nobody that will convince me otherwise that Vince McMahon is not booking shit for Bray Wyatt. We got the return of the puppets, and Funhouse, and Muscle Man Malcolm, or whatever the fucking Muscle Man fucking Wyatt, the Muscle Man Dance, whatever the fuck his name is. What happened to all the lore and the mystique and the fucking different Bray Wyatt presentation that we got? Never
Yeah,
went back to
it is.
this shit. I can't imagine all of what we saw leading to Bray Wyatt's finality. But WrestleMania should have been the final fucking phase of this Wyatt story. All of a sudden it went away. You can tell me that all this
There's a man, my lord, swinging his sword, slashing the air on the beaches of Sutsu.
Another survivor? Or a bandit?
I don't know, but I think he was
Are you gonna miss
crying.
Wyatt at WrestleMania? No. The only thing people are thinking about is how failed the whole gimmick is and how Wyatt needs a complete redo and a reset because it sucks so bad. How the mighty have fallen. And WWE just let go of one of the main writers that was working with Bray Wyatt. Again, a coincidence? I think not. Rey Mysterio considered retiring at WrestleMania. Russell Wilson told Give Me Sport that Rey Mysterio discussed retiring from wrestling. Triple H at WrestleMania goes under. However, it refused to change. At one point, it was discussed that Rey Mysterio would retire at WrestleMania. Well, I don't think next weekend is his last match, regardless of the Hall of Fame. Up until this point, Rey Mysterio's retirement from wrestling is yet to be brought up on television as part of the storyline. This storyline kind of reinvigorated him a little bit. Obviously, he's working with his son. So I don't know if he agreed to do another full year, let's say, and retire at 40. I don't know if he's going to
The Sensei's dojo is up there on the cliff.
Complete and important. Rey Mysterio is not retiring at WrestleMania. Would it be a perfect retirement to follow, you know, all this, to lead to a match with his son at WrestleMania and then retire? I mean, you can't fucking script a book that. Maybe we get this continuing. Maybe they take it to another level and we get a retirement match, a mass versus career type of match at WrestleMania. Career versus something at WrestleMania. I don't know. But Rey Mysterio, I mean, he doesn't work like he wants to retire. He's moving around pretty well at his age. I don't know why he would. Unless he just wants to
Thank you.
completely
I'll take it from here.
something else and give up pro wrestling. I think that
One more
makes
question,
sense.
my lord.
Especially with his son there.
May I ask why the sensei left his post as archery master to Clan Nagao?
No one knows.
Strange. Giving up service to a great lord for
It's keeping
this.
him in the business and keeping him on TV as an active performer more than your son thriving and growing as a performer of his own. This story caught a little fire this week as well. WWE apparently had a segment that was reshot on Monday because the word wrestling was used. How many times I said Vince McMahon was back in charge? Nobody believed it. I'll get to this. This is going to be, I mean, people are so fucking stupid in the community. I'm not talking about the guy, but people are so fucking stupid in the community that they gave me the most useless excuse that you could possibly ever hear from somebody's mouth about why Vince is not shocking and why this is fake and why milk is fake. So, Vince McMahon, story about Vince McMahon, you know, being back obviously took school next week, wiped out the board of directors, elbowing his way back in, he sacking the gorilla. John Cena was there, this is John Cena, then we come to find out that he was wearing the fucking headset all night. Sure thing. Obviously, when he was running creative, he had a list of banned words that wrestlers, superstars, or on-air talent couldn't use. Last August, after Triple H took over creative, once Vince McMahon resigned from his duties, it was reported that the two terms that have been banned by Vince McMahon were now cleared for usage on TV, and they include wrestling and wrestling. After McMahon returned to the company in January as executive chairman of the board, there have been speculations as to when he can take back over creative. Fans and talent uneasy about this possibility after the scare when Vince McMahon was backstage at a recent Raw event there to visit John Cena, which I knew was bullshit. Because it was then later revealed that he was there sitting in Gorilla the entire show with a headset on. The fuck does he have a headset on for?
Sensei
If
Skoa's
he's not
dojo.
acting as part of the fucking production team. In the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer reported that there was a WWE star who had to redo a pre-tape interview for Monday's Raw because they said the word wrestling. Now, if Vince wasn't backstage, who gives you? But who stopped this from
There was a
happening
struggle
in the
here.
moment
Better
that
look
was being
around.
recorded? You mean to tell me they said the word
Dried blood.
wrestling
The fight wasn't recent.
and they stopped it to do a redo? What? Who stopped it? Triple H? Did Kevin Dunn
Bloody
automatically
footprints.
walk by and hear it?
The
Did
victim or
Bruce
the
Pritchard
attacker?
catch wind of it down the hallway? Who the fuck? Who told them to
Someone was
redo
wounded.
this segment of the
Remove the arrow.
wrestling?
Maybe the sensei is in his house.
Unless plans and terms changed, and they didn't know, and they're basically telling the roster who's in charge again because they can't say this fucking word that was clearly used back in August and September. I remember Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre segment where they wrestled on Monday Night Raw, where they said wrestling and wrestler on Monday night. Remember that? I do. Captain's Forum remembers. I fucking remember it. Meltzer pointed out that Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes used the term pro wrestler or wrestling during that promo segment on the same show to build up to that WrestleMania match. Meltzer wrote that this was a pre-taped interview on the Week 20 Raw where somebody used the term wrestling as well. Fans ran with this and said Meltzer was lying and support was bullshit, but Meltzer mentioned Meltzer pointed out the same excuse that the fans were using when people like me
A humble
claim
home
that
for a
Vince
samurai.
McMahon is back in charge or his influence is now heavily more involved than it was before. Which clearly it is, because this wouldn't be a thing or a story, and this wouldn't be a redo if his essence, if his influence wasn't backstage. Oh, but Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes said wrestling. Vince is not in charge. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes could take a steaming dual dump in the middle of the ring.
Don't move.
Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns
Sensei
could
Iskawa.
commit cold-blooded murder in the middle of the ring. And it
Oh,
would
it's
be
Sakai's
swept under the
boy.
rug. You mean to tell me that Vince McMahon is going to scold Roman Reigns for
You
anything
survived
he says on
Komoda.
the show? Cody Rhodes for
Could have
anything on the
used
show.
your bone.
They can do
I
or
was on
say
my way when
whatever
bandits
the
attacked
fuck
me.
they want. They're not Mustafa
Expecting
Ali.
them to return?
If Mustafa Ali was
A
at
samurai
pro
is never
wrestling,
caught by
he'd
surprise.
probably be fucking future endeavor.
I'm
That's
sorry
not a
about Lord
legitimate
Shimura.
excuse to
He was a
use
good
an
man.
argument trying to
He's alive.
persuade people to
Taken
think
captive
Vince
by the
McMahon's not in
Mongols.
charge. He absolutely
Then there's hope.
is in charge.
That's
and
why I've
nobody
come.
is saying anything because they don't want
Help me
to
save him.
I can't.
Who had the
My
right to
student
say
is missing. A skilled archer.
Well, if Vince McMahon is not
I
backstage,
will help you look.
if Vince McMahon has
Then you
no
can
say
both
in
help me
anything,
free
why
Lord Shimura.
are they asking this anonymous wrestler to redo a segment?
Try and keep
because
up,
they said
Sakai.
wrestling? When staff or somebody else tells you Vince McMahon's not in charge, so look at this story and think about what I told you. And think about all the other things that have happened before this about Vince McMahon and how he's elbowed his way back into the public. And then tell me Vince McMahon's not in charge. I mean, we could be looking at fucking Vince McMahon in charge complete when the WWE is sold come the summertime, and everything I just told you will be absolutely 100% factual information. Naomi!
Who else made it out of Komoda?
No one knows.
Are there any others who can fight back?
Besides us? I don't know yet.
You'd better find out quickly. We can't free your
Real
uncle by
name
ourselves.
Trinity Fatu. Seemingly preparing for her next move in pro wrestling. She walked out of WWE alongside Mercedes Moné in May 2022 due to creative differences with Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard and John.
I can help track your student.
I need no help tracking Tomoe.
Tomoe. A woman. From what clan?
No clan. A peasant. But she can outshoot any samurai I know. Even you, Sakai.
Which I believe. I even picked Naomi to win the Royal Rumble. And Wrestle Friday at WrestleMania. Now, while Dave Meltzer reported the same week, she was in talks with WWE. Nothing has been signed or nothing has changed. As
The last time I saw you was 10 years ago.
You came to study with me.
You remember?
I remember most of the students I reject.
Instead, you took this Tomoe as your student.
You showed promise. Tomoe is a prodigy.
Mongols!
Take them. They fight like drunk tanuki.
They fought well enough at Komoda.
Even tanuki can catch a tiger when it's sleeping.
Shirts, sweatshirts, hooded sweatshirts, etc. It's being revealed as the new ring name for Trinity Ring Folk. And if she's out and away from WWE, good on her for making that decision. She's been there for how long? She's been 15, 16 years. She's done enough. And really, I'm going to say the same thing about Mercedes going back now. And I said it about her. Why would Naomi go back to the... What has she changed? What has changed that WWE is going to do any...
The moist trail picks up here.
In fact, things
Come.
have gotten worse since they both left. And maybe they know something that we, as a community, I know.
The Mongols
Maybe
took
they
Fort
know
Nakayama.
something that
The patrol likely came from there.
That's close to the hot springs.
if
The
Naomi
town
was
will
so
be the next to fall.
to go back, if Triple H was running this women's division and it was flourishing, why would she go back? Is she worried about who's there? Is she worried about a potential sale of the company? There's a lot of uncertainty.
Something happened here.
There's a lot of uncertainty there. Which a lot of people really aren't playing into. Whatever she does,
Rice and millet.
yes, are going to support me.
Left uneaten.
The attack was sudden.
Alexa Bliss. She reveals that she had a health issue that has kept her off WWE
Blood.
TV.
But not much.
Former
No
women's
one
champion
died.
on Twitter revealed that she had skin cancer. There was a spot on her face that
Japanese
got worse
quiver.
after
A
getting
gift.
a biopsy.
To my greatest
Told that
student.
she had basal
I fear the
cell
worst.
carcinoma. Her tweet reads as follows: "Thank you. Don't worry. Short healing time. Always get your skin checked, especially if you are in the sun."
Tomoe would
or
never
use
leave a
any
quiver
days.
behind.
There was a spot on my face
Unless
that
she
got
was
worse.
pursued.
So went to get biopsy. Was
what
basal
end?
cell carcinoma.
Interrogation.
During my
Torture.
procedure, Doc also found other
Worse.
squamous cells. Was a
Maybe
quick
doing the same to
procedure.
Lord Shima.
Glad I get my skin checked.
Fear is a weapon, Sakai. Do not let the
We wish
Mongols
Alexa
use it
Bliss
against
nothing
you.
but the best. Get back to TV soon.
Your student. Where would they take her?
WWE, I mean that genuinely. I'm glad that she's
Fort
100%,
Nakayama.
but come back to TV. I mean, hopefully
Not before
you got
tonight,
it right
right.
from the start there. We need Alexa. Yeah. Keep her off TV. Cancer free.
I should have fought the Komoda with you.
Better you didn't.
With NXT
We lost
crowd
enough there.
reactions,
Why did the samurai fail?
The Mongols fought like animals.
Wrong answer.
I saw it with my own eyes.
An archer's aim relies not on eyes,
Man,
but on body, mind, and spirit.
explain that NXT is the worst show on television, man. How much more can they fucking embarrass themselves? You fucking serious? Bring your friends and family to NXT at the Performance Center, man, because we can't have the real fans booing the likes of Braun Breaker, our world champion, and chanting boring. Apparently that's what upset WWE. If you guys have watched NXT, which I don't blame you if you don't. Apparently Braun Breaker was feuding with Jinder Mahal.